I'm going to show you how I developed the KJobs application starting from the AI Studio prototype. So, if you are developing an application in Google AI Studio, this is where you'll start. And you can type in your prompt right here. And what I did was I typed my prompt, which I had designed using just a basic sentence. And then to initiate a better prompt, I actually fed the same prompt into ChatGPT to get a better prompt, which I then fed back to the Google AI Studio prompt here. Now, after fine-tuning my prompts and running them in Google AI Studio, I end up with a series of prompts like these ones that you see. So this is something that I did over and over iteratively until I got to the prototype of the application as I wanted it. And you can see here the AI Studio keeps suggesting prompts that you can use to further fine-tune your application. You can try these and undo them until you get to the prototype that meets with your requirements. So this on the right side is the preview of the application prototype. And you can also view the code if you click on the code tab, but we're going with the preview. And this process that I am showing you here is the prototyping approach to actually extracting and testing out the requirements to make sure you meet the requirements of your application. It's a design approach that you can use. So in the KJobs application, it allows you to accept these permissions here. You've got camera. I could say it's allowed or disallowed. I can disallow my camera as the settings are here. The camera is allowed, the microphone is allowed, and geographic location is allowed. And I click apply. So this application has a welcome page which shows a logo. After 5 seconds, it just moves on to the landing page. And this is the landing page of the application. As you can see here, we have got at the top the headers. And this is the main part of the landing page. And then we've got the footer showing all of my URLs. Also, the social media icons, which navigate to my social media platforms. I can also accept or reject cookies. In this case, let me say decline. And if I can walk you through what is on the landing page, in the header, you have got the icons, the logo placeholder here for my KZY logo, and just another text saying that this is the KJobs application developed by KZY. Here, this section here actually shows you the location And in the actual application, you will see that this location actually works, but it's not showing here in this prototype. And then I could select the language, but by default the website uses English language. I haven't actually fully developed the languages that you could use. And then it shows you on the menus how it works: services, login, sign up. So when you are a new user to this application, you can read through how it works. If you click how it works, it takes you to this section which describes how this application works. You can search, you can hire, you can track the work in progress, and you can make payments for the work done if you were the customer. And it can show you the services. These are the services, the popular services offered on this platform, like your general labor, electrical, plumbing, moving, and so forth. Now, if you are a new user to this application, after having read through the landing page, and it explains to you what is on offer, if you are a new user, what you can do, you can sign up after viewing, and you can sign up as someone who wants to hire workers, like that, or you can sign up as a service provider, like that. So let me, just for demonstration purposes, show you how you can actually sign up. So this is the test user test name, and the last name I'm just going to call them customer, since it's a customer, test customer. And their address, just for tests, I'm going to call the email address test@gmail.com. And password, I'm going to enter the password here. And click join. So what it does is that it signs up the customer, the new customer, and it navigates them to this page with the message, welcome back, test customer. You see, it already refers to them as text customer because they are already registered on the platform. So on this platform, they could search for professionals who are currently registered. And for example, we have got here Samuel, who is based in Lagos, Nigeria. And if you view their profile, this is the details of Samuel's profile. Samuel offers electrician services, solar installs, and generator repairs. And this is his rate right here. And this is Samuel's photograph here. And as the customers use these services, they can also rate him and provide reviews which accumulate into the stars here. And you could actually post a comment here to say maybe Sam is a great worker. And leave that review and submit the review. I'm not going to do that. Or you could click this button and hire Samuel as the customer. If you hire Samuel, you can, if you're hiring Samuel, you can enter details of the job for which you want to hire him as a registered customer. So in this instance, I could say it's a electrical wiring job that is required, and it's electrical wiring for a new house. And the location, I could type in the location here. Maybe I could say New York City in New York. And the budget that is allocated for the project, maybe I could say $200. And I could also upload a photo or a video of the sample explaining what type of work, whatever work you want done. You could maybe post a photo, maybe showing what's inside the house, maybe showing what work needs to be done. So in this application, the customer could also hire a project manager. There's an option if your work is like a small project that is a little bit maybe complicated, that needs someone who will act as a project manager. You can actually hire a project manager like that. I have just declined. And after that, you can click submit. And when you click submit, your project request is submitted directly to Samuel. So maybe if I can just, for argument's sake, I can select this video and maybe a picture, screenshot of a picture of the work required. Let me just pick a picture. All of that is explaining, it goes towards explaining the type of work. These are just samples. These are just sample photos and video explaining the kind of work that you want your customer to, your service provider to provide. So these are like pictures, and then I'm not going to select hire project manager. I'm just going to submit the request. So the request has now been submitted with all of this media helping the service provider to understand the type of work that is going to be done. So this application also comes with an AI assistant which can help the user to understand how to use this application. So you could type a question here, help with submission, or you could say, how do I use camera, for example, and pose the question. If you submit that question, the AI assistant will respond with some answer specific to your question. This is the KJobs assistant. I can help you find tradesmen and so on and so on. So this is what you can do on this application. So you can see the job card is already registered on this user's profile. This user is a customer, and you can also view the user's profile here. The user's profile, this is a test customer as we registered them. Their first name, test, their last name, customer, and there is their email there. You could also update their phone number, 315-123-4567. and you could put an address, 123 test address in New York City, New York, and zip code 1002. And you can also upload, as you proceed with this work, you'll be able to view reports on the financials, like the amount of spend you have used on this platform as a customer. You can enable tips, and it will show you tips like this, or you can disable the tips. You can view the privacy policy and read through it and click understand. Also, you can view the terms of the service and click understand. So this is the customer, the test customer, actually using the KJobs application to set up a job request that has been sent directly to a particular service provider. And you can go to the profile and log out, and it takes you back to the landing page. This is the footer here, and I could click on the, for example, X. It will take me to the X platform for this organization, and this is the X. Or I could just go back. So, and here you've got frequently asked questions. It allows you to view some of the FAQs on the landing page, and this is what some of the customers are saying about this application. So a viewer could also click Google Play or App Store and download this same application, or they could scan to download. And by the way, in the prototype, this prototype shows various views, because this application can be used on the desktop, which is the current screen, or on the mobile app, and the view will be something like this, or on a tablet, and the view will be something like this. So I'll just default for now to the desktop screen. So if you are service provider, you could also sign up and offer skills and type your sign up like that. Let me just type test provider, and I'll just type provider at gmail.com and enter a password there and click join. Now the test provider has been registered and you can immediately view their profile. There is their profile right there. It's not complete. They can update their details, and as they do work, they can also view the financial reports as they do projects. Now, one interesting thing about the provider, they can go to jobs. Currently, they don't have any jobs allocated them. They could go to the job board and search for jobs. Currently, there are no jobs available on the job board. Or they could go to the home page and also search for jobs. So that is the KJobs application prototype in a nutshell. And you can view the code here. This is the code. This application is a full stack application, and it is developed. The front end is React framework. It's based on the React framework. But on top of that, you've got other frameworks to enhance and simplify development. And the backend is basically JavaScript with the API, but that also uses on top another framework, which is perhaps Fastify framework. And this is the structure of the project. You've got the components, images, README. You've got the server, which shows the database, the migration, and you've got the services, and you've got the shared, and then your config files, tsconfig, type, script. You could actually edit the code in this, but since you are still in Google AI Studio, I wouldn't recommend modifying the code, prototype code just yet. I would recommend just using the AI features that are made available to you. As you run the AI features, it generates a code for you. Later on, when we are moving from the prototype stage to the actual production application development, I can download this code and import it to an IDE like VS Code, which is what I was using, and then develop it further into a complete application ready for deployment to production. Now, this process that I've just described here is actually developer track, which is the track number 1 that I mentioned. So as a developer, you are developing an application starting from taking advantage of AI Studio, using the AI prompts that generate code for you automatically, and you can fine-tune the prompts, and then later on, as you go deeper into development, you can then download this code, and as a developer, you are able to actually develop this application further using your technical skills until it becomes a fully fledged application that you are going to deploy into the cloud. So this, in a nutshell, is the process that you would embark on when you are starting your development. Take advantage of the AI Studio, which is an AI tool available for you to generate a prototype, which is a fast way of starting development using AI technologies.